Woo-wee. Oh man, does it feel good to be back?
We back, baby.
Happy New Year's, 2024. Our first episode of the new year.
Of the 23 is going, baby.
If you are new here, welcome to the No Free Game Podcast. I'm your humble, gracious host, King Solomon. I got my partner here, Mr. Sahi. If you're watching us, you can tell we're in a new location. You can tell it's a little vibrant in here. You see the big wolf on the screen.
Yeah.
We are very, very special guests to easily the hottest new spot in Jersey City. Easily?
Hottest spot. He's going to be humble. Hottest spot. It makes me feel better.
Okay, so we are definitely in the hottest spot in Jersey City right now, Casa De Lobo, and we have the owner, Mr. C's, Big Wolf in the building. Let's get some claps going, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Give it up. Definitely.
Thank you again for having us here, having us in your beautiful fucking place. Shit, I don't know where else to start besides to ask how you got this beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So, for the people who aren't aware, who may not know Jersey City or just may not know the restaurant bar scene, just give a little description of where we are, how this, what this place means to you, and get your best business pitch.
All right. Well, we're in the heart of Jersey City. We are downtown Jersey City. This is kind of like what's called Newport Exchange Place, Jersey City. The restaurant, I've always been a big restaurant person. I always wanted to eat good or eat well. I like being in nice places, treating myself good.
Right. May I ask the cuisine? What's the cuisine? Pardon my interruption. What what's the food like, your style?
So this over here is Latin.
Okay.
It's Latin based. So a lot of different plates from different Hispanic cultures.
Oh, that's dope. So not just one specific
tapas,
Latin.
so it's small plates. So there's shareable items, so you have shareable moments, shareable memories to kind of play on that theme.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. So are you from Jersey City?
I actually, I first lived in Jersey City in the Heights, on Laylaw.
Word.
Oh,
word.
That's
And
what's up.
so did you always stay here? Did you move around a little bit?
Nah, our house got broken into a little while after we moved in, probably 2 years, 3 years later, something like that. So the story is, because I was too young, my parents moved me out of there, and then we went to North Bergen.
Okay.
Hudson County.
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out Hudson County.
Shout out Hudson County.
For real. Got some Hudson County homies.
I laugh a lot because I remember old Jersey City, right? So I'm a little bit older, but I remember being in college and my man's be from Jersey City, so I'll come down with him. Coming down, my man Shot. Shout out to my man. First off, shout out to my man Shot in the
bro. We got
background,
Shot.
Shot
been showing up.
He's smiling and shit.
Cheers to the Wolf, man. He made this happen, man. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So definitely shout out to
my man,
him.
50 bands.
Great dude.
So yeah,
Great.
so I remember coming down here with our boy Screw and kind of going around where he's from, and years, this is years ago. Now years later, I look at Jersey City. It's like, yo, this place. I mean, transformation's an understatement. You know what I'm saying? I remember back then, you only wanted to go to Hoboken. You went to Jersey City.
It was a pass-through.
You either got some business
transformation
over
or
there.
Gentrification.
Right.
Which one is? I'm not mad. I like seeing white people on bicycles. It's comforting.
But you go near General Square, and it's all white people with poodles. You know what I'm saying?
It's Central Park. I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
It's time.
So
It is comforting.
did you see now being here and starting your own business and do you see the growth in the city? Do you see as a business, as someone who's starting a business, do you feel like this was the ideal spot to do it at?
Absolutely. I think that what everybody has to understand is just the growth of this community is going to always be impacted by what's right across the river.
Right.
So
100%.
Right.
a lot of those individuals being unfortunate the economy and the way that it's been going, they're looking for, it's kind of like people looking for refuge from other countries to come here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Well, they're looking for refuge for, lower rent, and they come over here. But what happens is this area becomes such a hot commodity and such a thriving area that, now everything up here goes up. So it's just if you want to stay here, if you want to be in this area and thrive in this area, then you have to adapt. You have to adapt and create great things.
So I love that you mentioned like adaptation, because earlier my partner asked you a little bit about how this place began for you and like basically your journey with this place. So I again just want to ask you, like, what has it been from your very start to where you are now?
The very start, I've always been in the nightlife game. Like I always promoted, clubs and stuff like that, parties and whatnot. That was always my thing. I had I just had a thing for it. I enjoyed seeing people enjoy themselves, and me being able to do that and be a part of it, And what ended up happening was that this particular place had opened. This place opened up in 2012. So a very long time ago.
Yeah, 12 years now, yeah.
I believe I got here in late 2013 in the fall, just around this time actually, around this season. And I started joining this party that they were doing here on Saturday nights. It was like a Latin mix of people. Okay. And there was a promoter that, I was familiar with, that, I was friends with. And to me, it was easy for me to come here. I was doing hookahs. That's when hookahs.
So you arrived on the scene at this moment in 2012ish. As a promoter, it was in that lane.
No, I wasn't even a promoter. I was promoting parties, but because I was doing so many events, I found a niche in the business, and I started creating. I created a hookah business. So I saw an opportunity to create a hookah business.
Found your lane that you thrived in.
And flourish it, because I'm already in the nightlife. So I'm like, it's very easy to just continue off of that. You don't have to be a genius or learn a new skill. You just have to adapt to the environment.
Whatever's thriving and going on at that moment.
And I was gonna say the hookah salesman been making bread for a minute. Cause I've been going to some of these, especially out here, Elizabeth.
Commercial break.
No, but like you can go think about how many spots, especially, us growing up. Originally, I remember like when I first turned 21, 22. Now I'm 32 now, so 10 years ago.
That's around that time, right? 11, 12, 13.
The hookah rise really. I remember it like people wasn't really fucking with it. Then you go to certain spots and you'll see it. Now it's like
that's everywhere.
It's like you don't got a hot spot without it.
You can get hookah in a grocery store, like
literally next to the Pepsi is wild. Yeah.
So it's crazy. Again, we talk about adaptation. So it's crazy that you had the vision back then, like, oh, this is gonna be a lane that could work.
Oh, absolutely. We were in Harlem. We were in Long Island City, Queens. We were in the Bronx. We were in Brooklyn. We were in the Lower East Side. We were in all boroughs of New Jersey. It was a very, very big business back then. Like now, it's not what it used to be. Because it became, once you really lay out the blueprint and people just see what the possibilities are. Right. It's just as simple as like, okay, you know what? Why don't we just do this ourselves? And
that's what that's what started doing now. It's more household. Yeah. Like,
I mean, I borrowed it from somebody myself, but when I borrowed it, there was no hookah companies whatsoever that I knew of. It was just a certain club owner that was doing it himself. And
that's dope.
And I saw how people, they weren't really on it like that, but I knew that the laws had changed with smoking and whatnot. Right. And I also saw that at the end of the day, the smoking is so big no matter what, that, Atlantic City has a section where you can still smoke cigarettes.
Right in there. You
were able to smoke cigarettes on planes at some point.
Right.
It was crazy. So it's
still going to be a culture.
It's always going to be a culture for that. So it's very easy to bring that back, And then when you could hook it up with nice flavors, and then you could leverage your reputation in the nightlife, that you could bring clientele to so it was an easy sell to bring this to clubs. That was one thing that I had that the others, once they arrived, they didn't have.
Was that the moment you were like, once you started getting in that realm, you were like, you know what, I can do nightlife?
I was already doing nightlife.
Like as far as, when you say you were doing nightlife, what was it? Because you said hookah was the niche that you gravitated to. What was it like? 'Cause now you got the club. I guess I'm asking, was owning a club always a goal of yours? Was that something that you wanted to do always?
Yeah, I always wanted to have my own place. I had dreams of owning a club in Colombia, you know, and putting my whole family to work inside the club so that they're all straight, you know, like so they didn't have to worry about no money, nothing financial. I saw a big opportunity in Colombia. I still see one to this day. You know.
I fill out applications. Shit, Colombian club.
But you know, like like I said, the nightlife was always my thing, and I saw an opportunity, a lane inside that network that I was already developing, that I was already a part of, a community that I was already a part of, that I was already known in. So it was very easy for me to transition a new business into that same lifestyle, into that same, you know, life that I had already, you know? So it was easy for me to come and say, hey, John, did you know I started this new company? It's hookahs, it's called Kings of Hookah, and I'm thinking that maybe I could bring this service to you, and I'll bring you staff members, beautiful girls, neon dresses.
You
dresses.
came with the fix.
I came with the whole package.
So,
and then I told him, I'm like, look, John, and on top of that, what I'll do is, you know, I'll be promoting you on my social media. So if anybody wants to come into New York, the only spot we're gonna be pushing is this place. So it's like you paying a sub promoter $5, $10 a person, but I don't want none of that money.
Exactly.
You know, I'm just worried about this business, so this business runs correctly. I could have been greedy and said, oh, you know what? I want the people I bring also, and I would have made a ton of money.
Right.
But I wanted to just, not just a relationship, but just I wanted the Kings of Hookah to really grow.
Right.
You know, so the only way that could grow is sacrificing, you know, other things that you know that you.
That's a gym. For y'all listening out there, that's a gym. Stop being greedy at the front door.
No, you know what though? That is no, but that's an amazing point. That is an amazing point because you know,
sacrifice. You were willing to sacrifice for the name of the brand.
I think any entrepreneur or any hustler, right? Like I did some promoting at Dolce's and Elizabeth. Right? I know everybody who's promoted a little bit.
My partner here is cousins with Felice.
It's crazy, right? So like you meet so many people and but when I was doing, especially young, that was one of the things I noticed was like, sure, you can ask for, you know, the 10, 15, 20, depending on how big you are, you can ask for that bread, or you can really take this opportunity to go, look, I can fill your spot up with X amount of people, but that's cool. Let's work on something, especially for your situation,
purposes.
You have the hookah business. So it was like, all right, cool. Like that's cool. But I know if this pops, I can get into here. So it's interesting. You saw the opportunity where a lot of people who were just promoters, right? Like they just promote and keep it pushing. They keep promoting. Whereas you saw a vision where like, yo, I can actually build my own business into this and then eventually own my own club, et cetera, et cetera. So I'd say all that to lead to where we are now, right? So if you haven't heard of Casa De Lobo, it's for a reason. Okay, so it is one of the. I want to say.
Can we get the Addy? Let's say it slower, because I don't speak Spanish. I don't know what you're saying, but
hey,
it's Casa something.
The owner, please.
One of them, yeah.
One of the owners. Would you please for the people who have never heard of this place? What is the name?
The name of the establishment is Casa De Lobo.
Okay,
which means House of a Wolf.
Y'all see the big wolf. I don't know if y'all. And it's under. We'll talk about it later. So, though the dope part about this place is. It's an invite-only location, correct?
Well, it's one of the biggest hurdles that we had, you know, was it wasn't even about what this space is going to look like, because I already had it in my head what this space was going to look like. All the months that I came in here, sitting down while the place was still operating post-COVID, you know, I was looking around like because the things were already in motion. You know, but that's in a whole different story.
Is that when you took over around post-COVID?
Like 2023.
Oh wow! Oh yeah! Wow.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you did say that.
So, but the initial business of what this place was, it was VB3 Restaurant Bar and Lounge. Yes. So it was a sports bar. There was literally like 34 TVs in here.
This is why this place looked fucking familiar. I remember this spot.
Oh, we did some legendary shit in here.
Really? Yo, no bullshit pulling up here. I'm like, yo, I feel like it's the street that comes here. I'm like, yo, I feel like I've been on this street before. I don't remember why. That's why. That's what this place used to be. That's crazy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah,
that shit just popped in my brain.
So it was a sports bar at some point. There was literally 34 TVs. Like there was 8 TVs like right above his head, right here, 4 facing this way, 4 facing this way. There was 12 TVs in the center over there. That's why you see those outlets above in the ceiling over there.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry to the people that can't see them, but they know what they know what we're looking at. But it was a sports bar lounge. So I had already started like in my head, dissecting the place, and just putting it together in my head. And I remember, I went on a piece of paper, literally with a big pen, and just started drawing everything what it was going to be. And this is exactly what it looked like.
Wow.
With the exception
like
of
a wolf's cave, or is that theme?
Yeah.
Because the rock wall, I love that aesthetic.
Yeah.
Tree, like it's more of a nature vibe, kind of sort of.
So, the place is Casa De Lobo, right?
Okay.
So Casa De Lobo, if for the people that are Latin or Hispanic, whatnot, or understand verbiage, in that culture, Del Lobo, DEL, means house of the wolf, which means just my house.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Casa De Lobo means house of a wolf. So the whole dynamic is like everybody that's part of this wolf pack is a wolf, obviously.
Right.
My partners, my staff.
So you generalized it more for
yeah, it's our home.
Like a home base, like a club,
Yeah.
like.
So it's not only just the staff, the people that work for this establishment, but it's also the people that get the opportunity to come in here.
Right.
So they are also wolves.
Right.
Because they're striving to be great. Every day they're going out. Trying to attack bigger goals, get stronger, get bigger. And provide for their family at home, which is their own little personal pack.
Right.
So that's the whole dynamic behind the theme of this place. So the place was designed in that sense where it's like you're in the middle of the woods right now, with a bunch of wolves. So if you look over to the kitchen, you see how the kitchen, that's the cabin in the middle of the woods with the family inside cooking for the wolves that are coming to eat. Yeah, so those are essentially the windows of the cabin. And then under that screen that's like laser cut, there's water pillars there. So that's the river.
Yo, the little things, man.
Yeah.
The little
aesthetic,
things.
That's why the aesthetic is. So when you had this idea, it was already boiling. You already knew. You already saw.
Yeah, I already knew I was gonna have that. I was gonna have the mountain. So this is the mountain. Then we know we're gonna build her. That's the tree of life. That's a special piece for us here. And then the wolf. That's our guardian angel. The one that looks over all our shoulders, looks over all of us throughout the evening, make sure that the vibes are good, that we're drinking good, eating good. That everything is the way it's supposed to be.
Well,
and we have the full moon, obviously.
Look, this is all an understatement, okay? If you happen to look up this place on whatever social media you want to look at, you'll see everybo's been here. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people been here.
Fat Joe been here.
Yeah, get a rundown.
Let's get the list. All that. Let's keep it a buck. Fat Joe been here.
Okay.
Victor Cruz been here.
Okay.
Jericho Sims has been here. We got Nick players in here.
Okay.
I know I'm missing some more. I seen
elaborate.
The Joe Budden, the whole crew was here. They talked about it on the podcast. I peeped that.
Yeah.
Like this.
Shout out to Joe Buttons and the whole cast.
Right. So I wanted to bring that up because again, like that's important in the sense of there are a lot of places in Jersey City. Right.
Right.
Clearly what you've created, your reputation and what you've done have caused those people to want not only to come here, but clearly tell others to come here.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's how these things work. So was that also part of the business plan? Like getting certain people in here to help improve? Like, see, it was interesting
the inclusivity. Is that a word? No. I made that shit up. It's
stupid. What's interesting to me is, again, you guys aren't like quote unquote open to the public, right? It's not like a walk-in type restaurant. So it's not even like you're pitching it to everybody.
No,
it's being pitched to certain people. So what was the vision behind that thought process? Because I think a lot of businesses would be scared to do that. So what for you was like, nah, this is how we're going to, or not even just you, but you and your team, nah, we're going to do this a little bit different. We're going to do it X, Y, and Z way, which clearly has been successful for you.
The answer to that, this is gonna be the first time someone asks me that question and I answer it.
It's a good fucking interview. Let's go. Here's some class goes. That's a class. That's a great first question. Yeah, that's a great fucking interview.
No freak.
That is gonna be the first time that I talk about this. So like, the reason why it became members only, and my partners always said, C's, all of a sudden, last minute, you wanted to pull an audible, and you like, what's this with the members only thing now? Because they weren't happy really about it, because what happens
kind of off the wall when you think about it.
It's just a restaurant is a restaurant, right?
Right.
So it should be open to the public, and there should be kids here running around and having a good time, and anybody should be able to walk in.
Right, which is what you think of when you think of restaurant.
And it's going to be a beautiful vibe in here, and everything's going to be sexy and grown, and everyone's going to love each other, but that's not the world we live in, And what happened was that once this place, for the first time ever, became a reality to me, and I saw it like in its entirety, I had to make a decision for all of us. I said, we have to protect this place. Like we can't let this go down the gutter, because I know where we are, unfortunately, we are in a very thin imaginary line that people don't see. So back to what we're talking about, with where we're located at.
Right.
Yes, we're right across. We have the view of the city,
right.
But then we have Newport Mall right next to us.
Right.
So no one really goes to that mall anymore.
That's true.
That
is very
the
true.
people that go to this mall, these are all things that, again, I never explained this. So it's just like there's a lot
you were
behind.
able to paint a different reality.
Yeah, I don't just do things.
Yeah.
Some
very
people may think
calculated.
I just do.
Right,
and I don't think about shit,
Right.
but I really, really think about everything all the time. And I
Right.
think that I've gotten this far because I have a thought process at the end of the day, right? So, I think about where we are in correlation to, social patterns and the demographic of people that we have here. How easy a certain class of people can touch this place. So that's
some gunshot going on here with that one.
So I remember I had when we were doing the brunch exchange here, which that's a whole different conversation.
We'll talk about that later.
We were doing the brunch exchange here. We started the brunch scene out here in North Jersey, and it became like a very viral thing. Like people were flying in from all different parts of the state, people coming in from all boroughs of New York. For the first time, people were actually coming from New York to Jersey to see what was happening over here, and then, so obviously what happened was it brought a lot of attention to, okay, who's the guy doing this place?
Right.
this
Because
is all new. This is this is the first time, to cut you off, but this is the first time we're even hearing about something like this from this area. This is Hudson County. So we're Essex, Union. We're not hearing about things like this. And you guys are right on the water. So the fact that you're this inclusive and this early in the game, you had them wanting to feel something different.
Yeah.
So.
And I appreciate that. Thank you.
I haven't heard about this.
Yeah.
Like this theme. It's not
And we haven't ran any kind of ads in a year. Like this is all straight guerrilla marketing and just
the Tesla of restaurants. Get that shit out there. Give them fucking. This shit drives so well. I don't need a fucking billboard.
Fucking love with Big Tessie over here, man.
You don't need a billboard.
Fuck Elon. We got big C's. What they talking about, man?
If you get a postcard, you could come.
The Tesla of restaurants. That's shit. What's funny is that my colleagues that I worked with in the nightlife for a very, very long time, they always ask me, "C's, how much money have you put into like back end marketing with people? Like how much are you paying these people to show up?" So they think that we're paying all these celebrities, and we're missing, Fab, we're missing Red Cafe, Vado.
That's what I was waiting for. Name drop some niggas. That's what I was waiting for.
We're gonna get there.
Remy
gonna have to throw a check.
Remy Martin did her birthday party.
Yeah, shout out to Remy. I did peep that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So obviously,
the queens.
Papoose was in the building. She had Mace perform here live. So
Shout out Papoose,
That
Mace.
was crazy. I didn't know that was gonna happen that night. Last Saturday we had MJB here. We had Mary J. Blige here.
Shout out to the fucking queen. Yo, god damn. We had the queen.
Yeah, we had the big queen. And look, nobody, and you know what I always told my team and my people and even the guests, like one of the main things is like when you come in here, just understand and that we're trying to build something very special here. Right. And we're doing everything to protect it, you know, and it's cost us, you know, it's cost us. And because if we were open to the public, we'd be swimming in money. So and that's but it's okay, you know, because at the end of the day, I always tell my people, I tell my kids, like, you know, what's great doesn't come easy, and if it comes easy, it's never gonna be great. And we're trying to be great. We're trying to do something special, something different, something that hasn't really been done before like that, you know. And I think that we've put together an amazing team that worked through everything, all the obstacles. They are the epitome of, you know, this statement where, you know, family are the friends you don't get to choose, you know.
Word.
But they are the epitome of the friends that you get to choose to become family. You know,
this vibe reminds me of, and I don't mean because it's been a generational shift, and I'm not hating, but this vibe in your vision reminds me of no more participation trophies. I understand you can foot the bill, but it doesn't mean you need to enter the room.
Right.
And people don't understand that shit.
Right.
He talks heavy, man.
You feel me? They don't understand that shit. I like the idea because you taking a chance. It's a chance. People also have to understand you took a chance. You took a risk. You saw an opportunity. That speaks volumes in itself. You want to be around people that took that same chance on themselves. Energy is transferable. So just because you take that chance, you can't be around somebody who stumbled upon something. I was giving an opportunity. This is one of those things like, if you know, you know.
I was just about, if you know, you know.
But if you can come in, be grateful.
You walk, yeah.
It's another step. We everybody, what the fuck is the 8th place trophy? This is not one of those spots, and I just want Jersey to understand. There's no free game. Like this is why we're here.
Right.
You know, like, and this vibe is different. Like the people you said, those are legends that came through the door. Like
so that's an important part too, right? It's not just what's hot, and that's something that I appreciate, right? Like you're getting people with like legit. And it's not just about those celebrities, right? It's about anybody who comes here. But clearly the people who I've heard, who know, etc., are, as you said, certain type of people. And clearly those people are who you want to be around and who you want your business associated with. And obviously it's fucking working. But there's something you touched on, so I briefly want to touch on it. And I actually think this is the first time I'm even saying this on the podcast. But I'm going to have my first daughter coming up in May, so let's get some claps going.
Congrats.
Thank you very much.
King.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
What's up, baby?
So I'm gonna have my first. So I've been, you know, my man Jew has his son, and I know you have kids.
Yeah.
So
that daughter's gonna change your life.
So that
I have a daughter, yeah. Well, I have kids, yeah, but we're talking about daughter. I have my daughter Avery. She changed my life forever, man.
So I've been talking to anybody that I know is a father at this point, trying to get tips and tricks, right? But before I get there, I just want to ask, and you kind of touched on it already, saying my daughter's gonna change my life. Clearly, that's what happened with you. So how has fatherhood been for you, just in a general sense, and for a nigga like me, how is it having a daughter? Because I'm stressed. So you tell me.
Fatherhood's been a blessing, you know, because my firstborn Julian, you know, when he came into the world, I was a lot younger,
right?
You know?
Right.
I was 19, going on 20. You know.
Oh, he was young.
So yeah, so he's about to turn. We opened this place up the day of his birthday.
Woo! Shout out to fucking Julian. God damn, what a birthday gift.
So he's what, 24?
He's 21.
21?
Fire.
21 years old.
Great fucking place every 21st birthday. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Wow. So, you know, that was a different dynamic of how I was as a father. And from there, you know, he was a blessing because of him, I was able to grow as a man. You know, I was able to see like where I failed, you know, where I failed him and where I made my mistakes as a man, as a young man. you know, because that's not something you could plan for, really, you know.
Yeah, same boat.
You don't know how you're gonna. It's just parent. You know, being a father is special. You know, so my daughter was a blessing because I was able to kind of like, in a way, make up and do right. You know,
I asked the age gap from when you had Julian.
Yeah, she's 8 years old. And he's 21.
You saw.
So you grew.
So I had a lot of time.
You grew as a man.
I had a lot of time to think about.
Right.
That's dope.
Right.
But yeah, I
more calculated.
With her, it was just more like calculated on how, you know, I give up my time for her, the sacrifices I make for her. You know, like what she needs. So but that all came from my son. You know, so my son's a blessing. You know, I couldn't have not done that without him.
Right.
So. Because I might have messed that up. I was gonna say my baby girl's entrance,
and that's the interesting part about life, right? Because you know there are so many moments where you'll go through it, you'll do something like, damn, like what's going on, whatever. But as you said, you know, without your son, what you've done for your daughter doesn't exist, right? Right. You may have made the same. You would probably, or not probably, but you could have made the same mistakes with your daughter.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
Just as you said, your son is the blessing for his own existence, but his existence led or leads into your relationship with your daughter and what you're doing. And that's, it's just funny because you never know, right? I'm sure at 19, 20, like, fuck. Cause I can imagine, hey man, I've had so many kids.
You're a kid.
Yo, man, like you know, you don't know what to do. You a kid. How you raise a kid? You resilience.
Because I was gonna ask, your son's probably self-sufficient in a different manner as well, resilient because you had him young. So you're still figuring out, because I had my son at 25. I just turned 33, so he's 8. He's a month after, I was turned 25. Our birthday, he's November, I'm October. So your son is 21, but like, he probably is a little more self-sufficient because you were younger. So is it like certain things you noticed
Yeah, that's crazy. That's amazing that he's very self-sufficient.
Yeah.
He's very disciplined. You know.
Because you're a hustler. You seem like a natural born hustler.
Yeah, I used to rent my bike to gang members, man, so they could go do their runs, bro. Like $5, man. Take this GT Performer.
Took it back.
Take this GT Performer. Go handle what you gotta handle. There's no license plates on it, so I'm good.
You good? Yeah.
Yo, be out.
You know what I mean? Go handle what you gotta handle.
Shit, just bring the bike back.
Hell yeah, man.
Damn, you took it back.
I had this one dude, man. Shout out to him, man. He can't say his name, but he grew up in my neighborhood. He was Latin King, and he always took care of me. You know what I mean? Like I was his little guy. You know what I mean? So he was just like, "Yo, what's up, man? Let me use that bike." You know, I'm just like, "How much you gonna give me?" You know?
You see, no, but that answer is wild. Cause some niggas like, yo, you can have it.
Nah, cause you about to interrupt my time right now. Like that comes with a price.
Word.
Like, yo, like we didn't
now
have.
I got no bike.
Like, no, cause you understand, back then there was no social media. You know what I mean? So we was outside for real. So this was it right here. This is my iPhone. You know what I'm saying? This is my iPad.
Right.
No, that's I mean, I couldn't go in there and scroll through apps and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
you get a message from like, yo, shorty said such and such. You gotta fucking ride.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Nigga, you gotta send the beeper. You know? My sister had the beeper on
pager.
Damn.
You know?
So you always had that.
You know, the AOL screen names. You know, there was no social media like that, you know what I mean? Like, so it was a different time, you know. It was definitely a different time, but yeah, you know I always had like a niche for like, you know, I love business, you know what I mean? I love creating opportunities, you know. So
we had fun talking about business. We're gonna talk about some real shit.
Let's go.
You are a New York Knicks fan.
Yeah.
How do you feel right now? How do you currently feel right now? So here's my beef, right? Not beef. No, not say beef.
My beef is we should have done this shit a long time ago, but go ahead.
So that's my beef, right? So, right, I'm from Jersey, New York, right? So, you know, you hear football teams, Jets, Giants, baseball, basketball, whatever, right? My beef with the Knicks has always been, for such a historic franchise, they make such dumb decisions. Right? For a team and a city that is so important to the game, it's like, how can you guys be this bad? What I will say, and this is probably the first time I've said this is probably the most disciplined I've seen the Knicks organization, maybe since they first brought Carmelo. Maybe. And even they botched that. But like they're
you
finally,
started with historic. I'm biased. I'm a Celtics fan.
So yeah.
But
what are we doing over here, bro? You guys didn't have a conversation before we got here? This is probably not the topic we want to touch right now because we're gonna go some different directions. You know?
Yo, so look, what I will say, getting OG. So first off, fuck me. How did you feel about the OG trade?
It was an amazing trade. It worked out for Toronto. It worked out for us. Everybody won.
It was a great trade, though.
Were you ever an RJ guy?
I wasn't.
Why?
I want
to hear it.
I was more of an Emmanuel Quickly guy. Like, it saddened me a bit that we had to lose the kid. You know, because he has a lot of potential.
He's gonna ball.
He's gonna ball. He's you know, and he's a playmaker, man. He's good. He's good. He's a good player. So, but OG obviously. I mean, look what he did when we played the Timberwolves last. You know, he locked down Ant-Man. You know,
so and that's
he's reaching a level though. Like I always
because we could score, we could play, but just
right.
But then you know what happens is that you know we start falling into that realm where we start losing games. We're winning games and then we lose right at the end by a point or 2 points. Like we just lose so many games.
You guys actually haven't it's like when you're on the court. Last year as well, but this year, like I feel like the cohesion is there. The Knicks are playing. It's not like they're outmatched any night. And because obviously our friends are Knicks fans, we got so. Shout
out to Big Paul. Shout out to Paul. Shout out to Big Paul. Yeah, he's the biggest Knicks fan I know.
Yeah,
that boy.
Like this year, shout out to him. Yeah.
No, he's a Knicks fan.
I thought you said he was a Celtics fan. Man, we don't gotta bring any more of that.
No, I was.
They go at it too for the record.
All the time, but like that trade, and I think OG compliments Randall's game more.
So,
but Maxey, he was raw, natural. He was that ability, like he go get it. But OG's more calculated. He fits that scheme from
my beef. Because I wanted to ask you the Barrett question because since RJ was in Duke, my beef with him is he needs 15, 20 shots to be good. Unless you are LeBron James, or Steph Curry, or we can go down the list. You're not getting 15, 20 shots.
No.
Because you don't need to get 15, 20 shots.
Nah.
I think the OG trade, and I was a little shaky on it. I didn't like they had to give up quickly. But I also understood because you had Brunson there. What are you gonna do? Brunson's probably the best point guard in Knicks history, to be honest.
Brunson's great.
I know everybody gonna yell at me. Think about Brunson's probably probably by himself is probably the Knicks. Probably not best, maybe at least top three point guard in Knicks history already, easily. The thing about OG is OG doesn't need to score. And that's why I think it works. He doesn't need to. He can sit back and get 8 one night, get 22 the next night.
Plus minus
and he don't
insane.
Care. He just plays defense. He gets steals, hits open shots. If you give him a dunk, he gonna dunk it. That's it.
How he visualizes open space, I think that's what allows Julius Randle to maneuver. Because here's the thing.
Because he needs to shoot.
He needs to shoot.
he needs to shoot. How you like Julius? You a Randle fan?
No.
Really? I like him because he got that Knicks. I don't give a fuck. But he acts like he Patrick Ewing. It's like, wait a minute.
Nah, he be acting like he Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, it's like, bro.
The shots he be taking.
You 3 for 18 tonight.
Look, I just seen him, man. Like you know, it's like here in this place, right? And in this place, everybody does what they have to do, right? To the best of their ability. Day in, day out.
Okay.
Now there's sometimes that some of us are a little bit more frustrated because shit ain't easy. You know, we didn't open a restaurant. We opened a concept. You know,
hit the button.
We're creating a community within one. You know, so we're not just open to the community. We're establishing a new community,
curating culture,
and curating different vibes and different situations in here. So it's very, very difficult. This is not easy. This is probably the hardest thing I've ever taken on in my life. And I'm a pretty resilient man. I've been through a lot of things in my life. So this has probably been the most that I've endured. And like what we spoke about earlier. Like I was at a Mexican spot celebrating one of my people's, day, and they're like, why don't you stick around, man? I'm just like, I gotta go to work. He's like, you close. I'm like, I don't close, man. The establishment closes.
Nigga, I don't close. Hold on.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a mind state.
Hey, yo,
You know what
come
I'm saying?
on,
So
son.
you're just
Close. Come on,
this,
son.
This
I don't
physical building is
close.
closed right now, not open for business, but the business is still going.
Always.
After this, I gotta go somewhere else,
Right.
I gotta go to Orange, to go visit somebody. I gotta show my face.
Word.
So, because,
I get what you're saying with that.
you know what I mean?
So
just
you
like,
need people on deck that believe.
So my thing is that, imagine always having somebody here that, you always got to be on top of them to do what they're supposed to be doing.
Right.
It
don't work.
Like you're supposed to be a professional. The people that are coming here are expecting to get A1 service, A1 quality of everything. I'm talking about from the front end to the valet, to the kitchen, everybody. So it's just like, if the same person is continuously, not hustling to get back and play defense, then then you know that there's a problem there. So what can the team do if you change that one piece? Maybe that person could carry a load that someone else is having a hard time carrying or whatnot. So those things happen. So that I've seen plenty of times where I go to a Knicks game and you see Julius Randle just throwing his arms up and complaining.
Pouting. Pouting, crying.
It's just like, my man, you're a grown ass man, bro. You a Knick. And yeah, you're right. You got that Charles Oakley, Anthony Mason attitude that I don't give a fuck. This is New York. We like that. We like that. But then you got to stay that at all
another
times
side.
and just keep going.
Because work is work.
Yeah, that's
the
it.
thing. Work is just like it's days like you said with the valet. Like it's snowing. Shit need to be shoveled. Yeah, you did it. Nobody give a fuck. Put this Bentley where it need to be and it's not scratched when it need to be out. Like it can't be because at the end of the day, New York is really a blue collar city.
Bullshit.
Ironically, the tickets that matter are white collar prices.
You know what
it's a blue collar city though.
You know what he just reminded me of right now? Our valet team, they color coordinate the cars in the front so that when people drive in.
Hey, yo.
So.
Treat your grandmother nice and get a fucking invite.
Hey, yo.
So, because I've
let's go.
I park cars myself sometimes. When it gets crazy out there, I'm out there parking cars.
One of my first jobs is valet.
And people start handing me tickets, They're like, oh, here, sir. I'm like, nah, I'm not.
The owner.
Like, I'll help out, I'm just trying to help out because I'm trying to make sure everybody, leaves smoothly. I know I can drive. I got, I'm good. So nothing's gonna happen, So, but what happens is that, on the way out, on the way in, we have a bowl of mints. You get your mints, so that, you don't smell like food. You don't smell like any liquor on the drive home, When you're coming inside, we don't want one white car, one blue one green, and one red.
That's
and
dope.
There's
The
4
details.
white luxury cars that we put in the back during downtime, and they'll know because the whole place is packed. So they'll go and start pulling up all the white cars and put all the white cars, all the red cars,
and keep
it all lined
color
up.
coordinated.
So as soon as you walk in, as soon as you drive in, there's like an aesthetic already in the driveway. Like you haven't even came inside the building yet. So just those little details that we like to make sure we cover.
First off, I fucking love your fucking eye for detail. That shit is so you know what it is, and because so many people don't care about details, right? Like so many people are just so fixated on the bigger picture, which I get, but especially with things like that, right? Like that's something that would catch my eye. Because again, I've done valet. I go to restaurants as valet, whatever. But if I pull into the spot and I see, oh shit, it's color coordinated, off rip.
Because you have an eye for detail. Because the thing is smaller. The smaller entities that you always say like.
But even the people who don't actually consciously realize they're seeing these little details, it's definitely different. You just look and go, oh shit. Like you don't even know why. It's just like that's fucking.
And here's the thing: we don't do it so that people could say, "Oh wow, they color coordinate the valley." Because who the fuck does that?
Right.
And I've never.
You must be
that.
a real sick fuck to do something like that.
Right. And that,
You know?
no, but
So-
for real.
But the thing is that when he comes in, you know, aesthetically to the eye, it's already pleasing.
And
It's
you don't
welcome.
even,
And you don't even
You don't even
it.
realize it. So
that's why it's fucking
it's
genius.
psychological warfare. Like as soon as you come in here, that's why, like one of the things that we mentioned about earlier with the TVs.
That's
like,
dope.
look, we have panoramic windows right there that you know you can see cars moving in and out. You know, one of my business partners says, "Well, you don't think that it's a good idea for us to open the drapes so that everybody can see how busy the place is and they don't want to come in?" I'm like, nah. I'm like, actually, I'm looking at it from the inside out, not from the outside in. I'm looking at it like, hey, I want complete privacy.
Yes.
I want to be in something exclusive. I mean, but you see, I like nice shit.
Right.
You know, so when I go eat, I don't mind spending good money on my food.
Right.
You see, I don't wear. This is not to knock anybody's, you know, fashion or design or however they dress themselves up, but I don't wear like all Louis shit and
shit
Gucci
with
and
the
you know
big-ass name on the
Balenciaga.
front.
Yeah. I don't dress like that. You know what I'm saying? That shit costs money. You know what I mean? Like, and I can't afford to put my money into things like that. You know what I'm saying? What I could afford is to eat like that sweater costs. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll be honest, that's what you just said.
I can do that. So
Not to cut you off, what you just said is a theme that any successful person I've ever met has said the same thing. That's always the first thing that they go to, and I find it so interesting. Is
What's that?
Plain Jane.
Is what they wear and what they will purchase for wearing, right? I mean, I work for many people who got money, whatever. You would never know. Like if they were just walking down the block, you would just think there's some regular Joe Schmo with
Right.
But that person probably worked 1.8, like whatever, right? So I you just saying that really just, it's interesting that anybody that I've ever met that has reached like a real success, like different levels of success.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck. They
one
laugh.
of my partners wears
They
Skechers.
laugh at it.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Yo,
you know?
I seen people
Because they're owners, not renters.
I see
People fail to realize.
I see multimillionaires with a hoopty
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
And I know they got I know they're multimillionaires. I work for them.
Craig, you're worth
Got-
$50 million.
And he's still
Well,
driving.
the regular gas is cheaper, dog. This Buick works. It's my grandfather's. The fuck are we doing? Because when you own, you don't have time to look like you rent. When you rent, you're a billboard. People felt it's cultural. They don't tell you.
Oh, you're
that.
spitting today.
Oh,
You got a
no.
break. That's what it was.
I'm in the house of the wolf.
Nah,
So,
so
but it's that though.
one thing you also said that really caught my ear. So I work in finance, right? Okay. So
Humble brag.
So one thing I noticed, especially about management, is a lot of them feel like once they've reached a certain level, they're too good to do the early work, right? And it's the few managers that I've either worked for or I've met who still get their hands dirty for basic shit, like the shit that a new hire would do, right? And you saying, yeah, I'll still park cars if I need to. So my question to you is, where did that leadership style come from? Was that just always who you were? Or was that something that was developed? Like, where did you get that leadership style to be someone who's like, yo, I own this place, whatever, but I'll go park this car in a heartbeat?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'll tell you firsthand. I pick up napkins on the floor. You know, if there's a straw on the bar that's not supposed to be there, I pick it up. I walk in and out of the bar at least 10, 15 times every night just to scale the bar, just because, you know what, just because our guests here, our members, cannot see a piece of line that's living on the floor. The people that are sitting on the other side can see the piece of line that's over here. I want to pick that up.
Fucking details.
You know, so like,
Yeah.
and the details, that's where the beauty lies, you know? Because it's like, just like loyalty. Loyalty, you know, where it shines is in the darkest corners, you know? When like, you know, when
That's how you was
Yeah,
raised.
when
I
you
feel
need
like
it.
as well.
that's how I was built, you know? Like
You came
like,
up.
Yeah, like I'm
feel that.
my people. If I tell you that you my tribe, that you a wolf, you know, I'm loyal to you in the darkest space. You don't gotta be there, you know. Like ain't nobody gonna talk about you,
Word.
you know, around me.
And that's special.
You can't be
Yeah.
comfortable talking about my people, you know,
Around
thinking that
me.
yeah, that's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? If you want, I'll call him
You can tell him
and he could pull up.
Take my phone.
Yeah, if you want,
I'ma
you can text
walk-
him. You let him know that you about to say whatever you're gonna say, but don't not around me. But I know that you're gonna be that type of person to say something, just not around me, you know, because I don't do that, you know.
It's that lead by example. I see, like,
yeah.
But you can't. Most people can't be. That's why I asked that about your son, because how you segue that to your daughter. You were like, certain things I noticed, and as he was obviously like growing up, he wouldn't understand to a certain age, but you were already like, all right, I noticed this, that, and the third. With my daughter, I'm not gonna make those mistakes, or I got it, I'm gonna do this. So, but you were present, so that's why I was like, he peeped game,
right,
just off of you. But with that, what you're doing now with your staff, and even Shah blessing us with this, is like, you're like, even if I don't say it, they're gonna see it. Like those things, like, because what's understood doesn't need to be spoken about. So like those things, like picking up a line, and shit, like this is just what needs. This is how we coordinate.
I mean, I
this
remember
is protocol.
I got a little bit of satisfaction. This was probably like, I forgot how many weeks ago. It was a while ago. There was a gentleman right over here on this side of the bar at the second stool position, and he was sitting down facing kind of like in the direction of the tree, because there was a table full of beautiful women over here. and he had dropped a napkin. And I said, just excuse me 1 second, let me make sure you're comfortable, and went, picked up the napkin. He's just like, oh, wow, you know? And that oh, wow was like worth the hundreds of napkins that I picked up throughout the time that the door opened up. Because, you know, somebody noticed, you know what I mean? And it's just like, it goes back to that.
That feeling, that was dope. Yeah.
It goes back to that like slogan. It's just like, you know, look, if you could talk to a room of like 1,000 students, right? And you want to drop some gems on them, you can't expect all the students to fucking buy into it, you know what I mean?
Catch one.
They, you know, like some of them are just not maturely in that mental space yet, you know?
They're just not there yet.
Some of them are broken spiritually, so they don't have the capacity to even grasp what you are giving them, you know, because they're damaged, you know? But then there's that one person that you helped change, and it was all worth it, you know what I mean? Even if the other 999 didn't listen, one person got it, you know? So you forwarded the message, you forwarded that created. So that's
got the message across.
That's why greatness takes a long time, you know, because it's just like, you know, bad news travels like lightning, and when you're doing great things, everybody's questioning how you got there.
Always.
Why you? You know what I mean? Why that place?
They think you Illuminati. They think you paid.
It's gonna fail. It's gonna flop. I've heard a lot of things through the grapevine. You know what I mean?
So how did you deal with that, the negativity? Because I had that question. Because we dealt with that, and we had to troubleshoot and.
That's how I deal with the negativity right there. The phone keeps ringing, so it's all good. We can't even make that shit up. We're not even open today, man.
Look at that.
You know, they call it.
That's big fucking fast though. Ain't nobody in my. Somebody please.
Nobody here.
Nobody there.
We got this in real time.
Hey, babe, call him again. Somebody go.
Like, look, damn. I'm gonna tell you something. I always said this, man. I told my partners this, man. I even told my staff this, man. I'm like, look, man, don't ever think we're never gonna question what it is we're doing here, man. Because if anybody was to really see what we've done, how much we've done in so little time with the least amount of resources in marketing dollars, budgeting, we're destined to be great. That's just what it is. You know, this is already written. This is the universe talking to us. She talks to me every day. She talks to us every day. She just spoke to us right now.
Fact.
It's not a coincidence, bro. That's the universe right there.
Are you spiritual? Are you a spiritual person? You kind of strike me as like a spiritual type. Like you seem like, I don't say religious per se, but just you seem very spiritual. Is that a good assessment?
That is a good assessment. Yeah, I that's what this place is. That's what the whole membership model here is, right? Like, look, we have a red seal, an invitational membership, and then we have a VIP membership, which is the green seal. They're actual cards with your own individual member number on the corner. It comes with a insert card, which you scan. It's a QR code, and it tells you all your benefits as an invitational membership or as a VIP membership. You guys are members of this restaurant. You know, when you come back, I will give you your cards. Why? Because you guys have us on your podcast? No. This this is not for any kind of financial gain. None of us are getting paid.
No, not even close. No, I'll tell you right now, I am not getting fucking paid.
If anything, it's costing us money.
Yeah, that's true. My wife yelling at me already.
Because my time is everything. I'm like I said, I could be doing many other things right now, but I'm here with y'all right now, and I take this as an opportunity because one of the wolves brought this to me. Like, see, this didn't happen in 1 week, 2 weeks. We've been talking about this for how long now?
My man, fucking. So hey, I'll tell you what.
So now, if we spoke. Hey, listen, man, we want to do this. They want to open up their new season of the podcast with the venue. And I'm like, wow, man. That's a beautiful thing.
It's a blessing.
I'm like, thank you, man.
So
thank you.
Definitely.
So that's a blessing. So
shout out Shah once again.
Shout out Shah for 1,000%.
One more class, my nigga. You've been a guest on the show too. Like, shout out to my nigga Shah Money,
my
man.
brother, man. He's a great man.
That's dope.
Great man.
Appreciate you,
loyal
fellas.
and great to the bone marrow. Like there's just greatness. But back to what I was saying was that this place is a special place. Special things are happening right now. We're doing this thing right now where we're talking about this place. We're talking about the memberships. So why would you guys be members right now? Why would I do that? And that's just because while we were sitting here, just your mannerisms, the way you presented yourselves, the things that you chose to talk about, just tells me everything about who raised you guys.
Appreciate it.
So
thank you, man. Shout out to mom and dad. Yeah, shout out to our parents,
shout
man.
out to your mom and dad.
Definitely.
Our parents did great. So just like that's what this place is. This place is like, you could tell me right now, C's, because I have members that told me, C's, I don't really got like that to buy the VIP membership.
Right.
But I want to come show you love. I come have a beer, drink, I get some appetite, get some dinner here and there, but I don't really be outside like that.
Right.
I'm trying to get my financials right. All good, brother. I appreciate that. Just make sure you show your face. Bring that spirit of yours, man. Bring that aura of yours, because we need that. That's what this place is, This is a place of magic, So like, I would be, all of us would be honored, when you were gracious with your presence, So that's what this space is.
Appreciate it.
Then we introduce you guys to other people that could help forward your process.
Word.
They're very interesting people that we know.
I could fucking imagine.
That have very interesting stories.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and these are the things where it's not so much of being a leader, but so much of being like a component of what you've been surrounded by the whole time.
Bigger purpose.
Yeah. So
you seem like you pay it forward.
Yeah, that's I like to pay things forward.
So with that question, I have this. I mean, with that statement, I have this question. What are some of the things that you look for in that pack? Because you seem like King touched on with energy. So I feel energy and loyalty are two things you thrive on, just from what you express with your upbringing. Because culture and credence are some things you can't buy those. You have to be in that moment. So what you were just expressing, the gratitude, you're very humble. And that's different to be in the space you're in, because you still want more and you're not flexing.
Yeah.
So what do you look for in that wolf pack that you want to be around, the energy that you want? What are those things you thrive for from those people?
I think that this place came from loyalty, This place, when I started selling hookah pens here in 2013.
Yeah.
Hookah pens, 1 for 15, 2 for 20. That's how I started here.
Word.
Damn, back
and
then.
I would have like $200-$300 in my pockets, and I'd be happy with that just because I was able to chill with my people, and I was able to spend some time with them. Eventually, I became like a partner because I guess the promoter saw that I could have an influence on the event. I mean, the promoter knew who I was already, what I was doing, but I was here like kind of like on some real humble tip. Just, it was like I had 12, 14 hookah accounts operating at the same time in Jersey and New York.
Crazy.
And I'm over here just putting these, $400 in my pocket. And I'm just completely fine with that Because I know, the other money's being made, but I was over here surrounded by my people. So I was happy to be here, right? So I used to invite more people and more people. And then eventually the promo was like, yo, why don't you just give you a percentage? You know what I mean? And then you make more money. So I ended up making a little bit more money. I had the opportunity to meet Joe, which at the time was the owner of VB3 Restaurant Bar and Lounge. Right?
Okay. That's dope.
And fast forward, I ended up doing a brunch party here, which is one of the first brunch parties in North Jersey, like a hip hop brunch party that started in 2014.
Yeah, I remember.
February 2014 was the creation of the Brunch Exchange. So we went on a 7-year run with that one, So before the pandemic, pandemic was the only thing that stopped us.
Funny enough, I didn't know you was. I've know people. We'll talk off air, but I know some people that just through the party scene. I didn't know you were one of the people behind that. That's great because you're right. That shit took fucking store. I seen Brunch Exchange every fucking way. All the people that I knew when I was partying like that.
That's crazy.
Everybody either went to a party or was promoting a Brunch Exchange
that's
party.
When it took off.
Son, I tell every Sunday.
I'm humble, man, but at the end of the day,
you could tell.
You gotta own your shit, right? Like we took off. Nobody was touching us. You know what I mean? It was
that's a fact.
It was just so. It was
very,
very strong, bro. Like there was like we had little midgets on chariots and shit in here. Shit was crazy, bro. It was wild, man. It was crazy. Nah, we really did that.
Man, we can't bring that back. I don't know. We might gotta call
let's say little people.
Let's do some gymnastics.
We had a little people throwing contest. We had right against that wall over there. Yo, we're not even. Yo, I know. Everybody, you know what's funny?
I'm for that.
Yo, Pete this. You know how many of my people tell me, yo, C's, come on, man. Stop playing, bro. I know they call you the Wolf of Brunt Street, but that's a Wolf of Wall Street shit. I'm gonna show you the video right now.
Let's do it.
I got it in my phone. I show it to him. I show it to you.
You was throwing little people during brunch.
So we had a little person throwing contest into a bullseye that we built out of Dacron fiber and Velcro. And we put it up against a piece of plywood and some 2x4.
Hey, yo, this is a fly shit I haven't heard in my fucking life.
But I'm able to say that because, we had paperwork. I had a lawyer involved.
Now, little people like that shit. Not everybody can get. We ain't big niggas. Niggas not throwing us. They asked to be thrown. We not talking about that.
Niggas said, we.
Yeah, that shit sounds amazing.
It was a little Spanish guy from the Bronx, man. He was just like, yo, how many times you want to throw me? I'm just like, I don't know yet. He's like, all right, well, just give me $450 and just make sure I'm safe. I'm like, yeah, we got you.
You paid him? Oh, shit. No,
this is good. It was
I'll pay him too.
This is a job.
I'm throwing you, nigga. I got to pay him. You're not going to throw me for free, nigga.
Yeah, this is
That's not a bad job.
No, it wasn't bad at all. This is back in 2017 that we did that.
Wow.
And so 450 was 450. You know what I mean? That's not 450 right now in this economy.
Nah.
So
back then was all right.
He really got like
450 back then it just get thrown around.
Yeah, to get thrown around. Yo, we threw him 4 times. That's it. He got paid, he left.
Oh, that's the best 450. Nigga, throw me. I'm 6'4". Throw me.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Throw me.
Nah, he had a good time. Like girls wanted to tickle him and shit, wanted to play with him and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it was cool.
Hey, son, you can't say that with a straight.
That sounds. We gonna work that out for y'all. That sounds like fun.
Imagine a baddie like, can I do it? Can I?
I'll be 4'2" to get tickled by a baddie and thrown at a fucking.
Shout out to my little man. Whatever he asked.
That's what's up. You gotta set the trend and you stay with it though.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
So we back to what we were talking about. Like there was great times building that product, right?
That's dope.
My partner Joe calls me up. At the time, Joe was the owner here. He was one of the owners.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right. So we'll get to how that happens, right? So he hits me up and says, he's like, C's, he's like, yo, I had this crazy dream. And I'm like, I'm in the dining room of my house, not the living room. I'm in the dining room of the house, looking out the window to the street. My daughter is probably like 2 years old, 3 years old, or something like that. I can't even remember. And he tells me, he's like, I had a dream that I saw you. You were, like, the place was yours and your name was everywhere. And I saw you talking to the people, making sure they were happy. The place was packed. It was booming. He used that word. It was booming, you know? And I'm like, Joe, why you fucking with me, man? You know what I'm saying? And did you understand, like me, like,
Damn.
we were doing so many, we were doing big numbers in here, bro. Like, you know, like in this little space right here, in 4 hours, we were doing like 45,000, you know, like, damn. Like it was serious in here, you know what I mean? Like,
my nigga Shot get the head shake.
Shot been with me in the trenches, man, since then. You know, like,
Shot see. That nigga's
and we still in the trenches, you know what I mean? Like we still clawing at it, you know, we're still going at it. But I got fixated on that idea that I could be an owner one day. And he got fixated on the idea that he could retire. You know? So
smart. Two smart niggas linking up.
yeah, so you know what ended up happening
Facts.
was, you know, and this is where like, you know, it's a crazy plot twist, right? And everything I'm telling you, I'm not gonna lie. I can't do it.
Nah, we
You
can
know
tell.
what I mean? Yeah, I won't be able to sleep. So I just like
That one podcast. Fuck.
yeah, I'm not. So you know, we're having the conversations. I hit up one of my peoples. I'm like, yo, what do you think about this? You know, we just watched that Studio 54 documentary, man, about how we're gonna own a club one day, you know, together like brothers and stuff like that. So he's like, yo, let's watch that shit again, man, for some like, you know, just some
Reference points.
like, you know,
inspiration.
some momentum, some
Get momentum.
inspiration. Yeah. So I'm like, let's watch this shit. I'm just like, yo, come on, man. Let's go talk to the man, see what's up. So we came over here and we spoke to Joe, like, yo, what's up? How much you want to get you out of here? You know, when we'll buy the place, you know, that quick. And just like, all right, we want this. All right, boom, whatnot. Now, these conversations are happening before the pandemic hits.
Yeah.
So
17, 18-ish.
So God is already guarding us. Universe is already guarding us, because if this happens pre-pandemic, we get cracked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or unless we would have done it like an underground party. Actually, we would have survived. You know what I mean?
He said, now that I think about it,
we would have been all right. We would have been all right.
You had your niche. Yeah, you had your niche.
Yeah, think about it. Like, no, we good.
So anyhow, the pandemic came. Obviously, the individual that I was gonna do it with originally, you know, he got affected greatly. You know, with one of his businesses.
One of your partners.
Well, no,
I guess
that was
original.
going to be a part.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. The original pick.
Yeah,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Okay.
So that fell down the drain, right? Then the pandemic came, whatever the fuck that was, right? So that came and that put a halt on everything, right? So now I don't feel so bad about the situation breaking apart, because I'm like, all right, you know what? The universe was protecting whatever it is that we were going to do, right?
Time wasn't right.
So the time, it was not the right time, right? So post-pandemic, right? And, you know, I kept in contact with Joe. I try to help. I said, hey, listen, man, if you want, we could do parties, man. Trust me, I could do it. Yeah, I'm like, yo, I see all my people doing it. Yo, I could bring a lot of money to the spot, especially right now. But he didn't want to do it. You know, he had a little bit of anxiety. You know, he was paranoid about the area, you know, residents. And because, you know, we do have residents upstairs in the building. You know what I mean?
And this is post now with you and Joe having
this. This is during COVID. You know what I mean? So now
apprehensive
we're like in May
everything.
2019 type shit.
Yeah.
You know
Which
what
I get it.
I'm
Because
saying?
at that point, everything was shut down.
Yeah, everything was shut down, but
everything was underground at that point.
But I was
Everything.
still, but I was still open. Meaning,
right.
like, you know,
everything was underground.
You know,
Your mind's going.
there was still
You
things
like,
happening,
what's up?
you know
What's
what
up?
I mean?
Right,
So I, you know, all right. Fast forward, we start having the conversations again. The original individual that I was gonna bring into the spot, he couldn't do it anymore because of financial situations that he had already invested into other financial projects, right? So I ended up saying, okay, you know, let me see, you know, what else I can do. And I was I guess disappointed, because I'm like, damn, I don't think it's gonna happen, you know? So I call one of my father's really, really dear friends. His name is Elios. And I wanted him to come look at some siding on my house. Because he does like construction. So I wanted to change the siding of my house or whatnot. She's asking me, hey man, I always see your posts on Facebook, your parties, everything, man. How's everything going? I'm like, yo, everything's good. You know, I'm actually looking into like acquiring the place, but the investor, I had an investor, but it's not going to work out. So I'm just looking for another investor.
This is you talking to Elios.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like in front of my house after we discussed the construction project, and what it would cost and hit my price and whatnot, And I'm like, okay, cool. And he's like, I want to see this place. He said, because my dream was always to own a restaurant. He's just like, and you know what? If there's anybody I'm going to bet on, I'll put whatever we got to bet on you. Because I know that you're going to make this place great. And I'm like, yo, don't
don't gas me.
Yeah, because
don't play with me, son.
Because y'all have it. So it seems like y'all had a personal relationship already.
Yeah.
Got you.
That's a family friend, So just
That's dope. Shout out Elios.
Shout out to Elios.
Yeah, let's get some claps to Elios. Hold on, let's get some real claps. Yeah, shout out to motherfucking Elios, man. For real.
I already know that it's coming from like a good place, Because I had some people that, heard through the grapevine that, that the place was being sold, because it couldn't be public, right?
Right.
Because the place was still operating. And if you make it public that the place is for sale, then your whole entire staff flies.
Right.
So it's always a private sale. So whenever you're buying a commercial business,
okay,
it's private. It's through the grapevine. You're hearing deals out. So essentially the owners or ownership at that time want to make sure that everybody stays employed instead of them scrambling around looking for a job.
Especially at that point.
Yeah. You're just coming back from the pandemic.
Yeah, or just coming back.
So they're like, all right, you know what? Yeah, this place got cracked also. Yo, we got to go find a job.
So the current employees,
right. They don't go, right.
Yeah, right. I get you.
So I was like, yo, look, man, I'm like, I'll give everything I got to make this place flourish. I'm like, so if you're serious about, investing into this, I'm like, then let's make it happen. So I brought him over here. I gave him the vision. I told him what I wanted to do. He had no idea it was going to be members only. I told him that I was going to take care of it. I was like, I got this. That's all I said. I got this. Don't worry about nothing. We're going to make money. I'm like, it's not going to, anybody in reason, is going to understand any business the first year does not make money. You take your losses,
Never.
And it's just, you got to be prepared for it mentally, most importantly, mentally, you got to be prepared for it, like financially also, you got to be prepared for it. But if you believe in the product and you believe in what we're doing, then we shouldn't have anything to worry about, we just got to keep going forward, right? So it became a real thing. Like he's like, I'm in. He's like, I got the X amount of dollars. He's like, this is what I can do.
That's so.
Right? But the amount of money that he had, was not going to be able to justify the whole purchase of the place.
Word.
Right. So I had to go look for another partner, an investing partner that would just, like a money guy. You know what I mean? Like, here, you come in. You get a high percentage, we pay you back, and then we allocate percentages again. You get 10%, as, let's say, an investing partner. You just sit back, you don't do nothing. You just collect on.
A silent partner, so to speak. Like,
yeah, a silent partner, right.
That's
the money guy. So I went to one guy, went to another, and it fell apart. But, again, remember, we had a conversation where Joe got fixated on the idea of this place was done already. He was done, and he was gonna be able to retire. He wanted to have
that was his vision.
His family. His vision was a family, his kids. He wanted that after so many years that he put into this place already.
Right.
So so he calls me and tells me, C's, listen, man, just letting you know, I put the place up. He's like, you still got time, and I will not do anything without giving it to you first, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, he's like, but there's people interested, there's people that are coming. And I'm like, shit, man.
Yeah.
So he tells me, he's like, listen, man, you know what? He said, maybe the dream wasn't for now. Maybe it was for another time. And I remember I was literally straight up, man to man. Yeah, I was tearing in my living room.
Yeah.
Like, I was so.
Now you're fixated as well. He got you going.
I was so close, man. I was so close to that thing that I was like running for and climbing for, all those late nights, all those sacrifices, man, all those long nights, man, all like just a lot of crazy shit that I endured in my life, man, to get to that point and it just be so close. You know what I mean?
And then be like,
and he was giving it to me at like a discount. You know what I mean? Because it's me. He's like, see, if it's you, I'll give it to you for X amount of dollars.
Right.
You know what I mean? Anybody else got to pay this.
Right.
I'm like, okay. So he calls me up. He said, "Don't worry about it, man. He's like, I know you're gonna do something big. You're gonna be great." He kept being encouraging, right? So he tells me, he said, "Listen, man, I got somebody coming in. They're very serious. Just letting you know now. It's a lady and she's waiting for her brother. And they already own a business. They have a business that's been operating for 2 years. That's successful. So they're ready. Just letting you know, man." He's like, Your time is officially almost expired. So I'm like, so now I'm like, you can't scramble now,
right?
Because I'm not just gonna get any money, because not any partner is just good partners,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like I had people that that were interested in coming in, and it could have been done deal, and I could have gotten everybody out, but it wasn't gonna be for the person that was.
Because they were understanding what the business was entitled.
All right, so if I have a partner that says to me, hey, yo, I'm gonna gamble on you, right? And let's say I'm his starting forward, let's say, right? And I got a point guard and I got a center over here, but I know that they don't do good business,
right?
You know what I mean?
Right.
They do some Julius Randle shit at some point.
right.
So it's just like, so now like, nah, hold on. It's because it's either we lose the whole thing.
Because at that point, what's it for? What's it for?
Because I'm not just gonna like, let's fucking just put something together just to put it together.
That's a bad deal.
What the fuck are we doing?
Right.
You build,
now we all bullshitting.
You build this whole thing, you endure the hardest of it to lose it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking bullshit.
Right. Put your time to sweat in anyway, and then you get there.
And especially a restaurant.
Especially
a restaurant in Jersey City. It's not even just a restaurant like in some.
This shit's right by the bro.
This is
You always said so. At this point, you had the vision of the cave and everything,
right? But like that's why it's important, because not like we talking some hole in the wall that in some random ass town that nobody know.
I had literally people that like yo, C's, if you're ready, boom. And I thought about it. So I made some phone calls. Yo, what do you think about this person? What do you think about this person? What do you think about, like, nah, see, yo, he did somebody dirty over here for some money over here. Yo, he did this, he did that. He's gonna wanna have, say so and everything. And I'm just like, nah, man, because I already have a vision here. Because if it's gonna be anybody's fault, it's gonna be my fault, right?
Right.
And if we win, then we all win. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I had to really assess that. And it's just like either I fucking waste a year or everybody's year. We build up this entire staff, We have staff here that worked at other places, at other businesses, man, making more money than they made here in the beginning.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like very tough financial positions that people put themselves in to help bring this up. You know what I mean? And then what? You know what I'm saying? So that was very, very important, right?
Right.
So fast forward, Joe calls me up. This is a crazy conversation right here. This next part.
Okay.
So he's like, Minga, sees. So he's Italian. So I already, what's funny? I know him for so long that I already know what he was doing. I know he was walking in here with his little North Face fleece jacket, and he had a fucking Marlboro light in his right hand, holding the phone. He's like, Minga sees, and he's going like this. He's like,
already see it.
And I see him walking here, right? And he's like, this fucking dream. He's like, I guess this is real. And I'm like, he's like, I don't know what the fuck. He's like, but this place maybe is for you, And I'm like, I don't understand what happened. And he's just like, well, the sister came in, fell in love with the place immediately. She's like, absolutely. Showed me all her papers, everything, all the money. They had the banking, the land, they had everything. They were ready to go.
They were ready,
right? They're like, she just had to wait for her brother. So we're waiting for her brother. Her brother's name is Raphael, right? So I'm like, Raphael, Cool. I don't expect to know these fucking people. I'm just whatever. So he's like, he comes in. He's like, see, immediately, I fucking recognize this guy. I'm like, dude. He's like, I've seen you before. He's just like, yeah. He's like, I'm actually table 10 for the brunch exchange. I'm here every month.
Oh, shit.
So
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so Joe's like, I knew it. He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, but they call me Bebe. He's like, I'm the owner of Little Tijuana.
Oh, I know Lil. Shout out to Little Tijuana. Oh, yo, this story got crazy. Shout out to Little Tijuana. Oh,
that's how you start 24. You heard? On some Kobe shit, man.
That's crazy.
So,
crazy.
We
Kobe, yeah, this is crazy.
We and I'm giving you some real in-depth stuff, man, just because you guys honored us, with that first. That they better step their game up, man, for the next one. You know what I mean?
You heard?
Anybody coming to this podcast, step your game up, man.
That's crazy.
Hey, invite only, niggas. Yeah.
Like I said, man, we only want to be around greatness, man.
Shit.
So yeah, man. So he's like, yeah, I'm Bebe. And look, man, to be honest with you, he's like, there's nothing really to talk about here. He's like, because, I know he wants his spot, So he's just like, so I'm going to reach out to him. Right now, we can't do any deal, because I know that that's some real shit, yo.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody else would have...
Loyalty.
Look what I told you, man. At the end of the day, right, if you have a pure heart, if you're good, you're loyal, you take care of your people the way you're supposed to take care of your people, yo, then everything should be completely good, yo. You know what I mean? Like, you'll be highly favored, man.
I was gonna say that interaction says a lot about you, though.
Like
like as you said, not a lot of people would have like it. You for being who you are, and however he experienced you, made him go nah.
I can't agree with that.
You don't think so?
Nah, cause you know why? Because I've had people that I treated better than him. You know what I'm saying? And they would do that to me.
Right.
And
that's fair.
And you know what it is?
That's
it's not
fair.
About how good I am to people. It's just they just not good people, yo.
No, so I guess I was
and we can't control that. You know what I mean? All we could ever do is control what we do.
Right. So I think I was more saying like, because you're 100% right. And again, I don't even think
I didn't mean to disagree, but I got
no.
I'm gonna highlight how I view that.
No. I agree with you. I was just more saying your interaction with him affected him that way, right? Because you're right. And we'll talk over here. But I in my own experiences, being around him, seeing other people, I agree. You can be the best person who you want to people, and people are gonna do what they do, right? But I always have this belief that if you just who you are, these opportunities, these moments, these special things happen to you because we talk about spirituality here and all these things. It's karma. I'm a big believer in karma, and it's when you're, as you said, loyal in the dark, or who you are, kind-hearted, pure-hearted in the dark, with no expectations or anything, just being who you are. I'm a big believer those moments happen, right? Those situations where it could have been anybody else.
Yeah.
Right? It could have been literally anybody else that came in here, saw it, said, nah, I love it. Look, it was him in that moment.
And not only that, he could have been on some shit like, you know what? I'm gonna hit him up like, yo, we could do something together. You know what I'm saying? But he wanted to do things on his own, and he knew I wanted to do things on my own. Like I remember I heard Snoop Dogg in the interview, right, when they hit him up to get in contact with Nipsey, RIP to Nipsey Hussle. When he was still around, they wanted to cast him to be Snoop Dogg and Straight Outta Compton.
Oh shit!
I know what you're talking about.
I didn't see that. That's crazy.
So they couldn't get in contact with his people, and they couldn't touch Nipsey, right? So they hit up Snoop, like, yo, can you talk to Nip, because we want him to play Snoop.
This is around the time they compared Nip to Snoop.
So Snoop hits up Nip, and Nip is like, I can't do that, OG, because then then I'm gonna be known for being you, and I gotta be me. You know what I'm saying? And that was some real ass shit. I'm just like, yo. So I understand also why he didn't go that path. You know what I mean? Because he wanted to be known for his things. You know what I mean? He's an alpha male. That he, when you see Lil Tijuana, that's him. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
So you when you want to be an owner of your own destiny, man, you got to grasp that in all types of ways, man. You know what I mean? Like, in your mindset, spiritually, man, with faith, with love, you know what I mean? And then you got to make sure you got the right people, like loyal people around you, because like I said, look, back to double back when everybody was finding out about what we were doing here, they want to know, well, who's the guy that's doing these parties? So I got approached by so many different clubs and restaurants. Like, why don't you do a brunch over here? I heard that he's giving you this much. We'll match it. And we got capacity for 100 more people. He just said, you pick your whole staff, whatever you want. Everybody, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, everybody wanted this.
So now they see what you bring in.
You know what I'm saying? And I could have went and did that.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And then I wouldn't be here.
Right. Right. No, right. And that
none of us would be here.
Right.
This wouldn't exist. You know what I'm saying? So again, this place was built off of loyalty. You know what I mean? And then it continued to grow off of loyalty. And that's the only thing that will survive on is loyalty.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Let's get some
Gems.
fucking claps going. Yo, what an amazing fucking story. So I don't want to keep it too much longer, but as our first episode of the new year,
24, baby. Kobe, he started with a fucking bang.
We have a game that we like to play. It's called Who Has to Go?
All right.
So usually we'll do 3 options here, or we do 3 different options here. But today, special day, we'll only do one. You are a Knicks fan, so I'm gonna let you go first. Okay? So
appreciate it.
Real simple. You just tell me.
Last.
He can go last.
Okay.
Fucking Celtic
He's
fan.
a Celtic fan.
Well, I want to hear the Nick lies, so I'll wait.
So we're only gonna do one. So real simple. You just have to pick who has to go and why. All right.
Okay.
Cool. So first one of the year. Who has to go? Carmelo Anthony, Patrick Ewing, or Jalen Brunson? Who has to go?
Patrick Ewing, man. He should have made that
layup. Let's get some bombs, some claps. Hey, yo, did y'all see that doc, the Knicks doc? When they were talking about the missed layup?
Here's the thing, man. Like, yo.
My man Patrick said he went like this.
Like, yo, my man.
Yes.
My man. Like, you played against Jordan, yo. And you got beat by Jordan. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come in here and dunk that shit, yo.
That's what everybody
What you doing with this Clyde Drexler shit, nigga? You're not Drexler, my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just fucked that whole shit up. You know what I mean? That could have changed everything.
The layer heard around the world.
Jalen Brunson. At least Melo brought like this like hope that we needed. You know what I mean? After that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he brought that culture back. And then with Jalen Brunson, it's just like he still has room for error. He still has room for growth. So we don't know where he's gonna go. We hope that he's gonna continue to climb in the mecca of basketball. I
mean, he's still the best top 3 Knick point guard in history of me. But
yeah.
That's so. All right, you last. You Celtic fan. Damn, son, that's a great point about Ewing. I gotta say Melo, and the only reason. So this is why I'm gonna say Melo, and it's almost similar to your Ewing reason. My only beef with Melo was he had an opportunity to do something in New York, and
James Dolan did.
We gonna leave James Dolan alone.
No, we can't because here's the thing. At the end of the day, if James Dolan does right, I bumped into him one time at Tao downtown. You know what I mean? Like literally. No, I was having dinner there.
He just having a pop up.
I was having dinner there. It was a Tuesday. And
Jimmy, come get the fucking
yo, and I told him just like that, right? So I'm going and I'm just like, yo. He's like, excuse me? I'm just like,
are you serious?
I went straight up on everything I love in the world, man. I went straight up. I'm like, Jimmy, listen, man. What the fuck are we doing, bro? So he's just like, do we know each other? I'm like, no, we don't know each other, but I know you, my nigga. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a Knicks fan. You got me. Like, why is it with every blue and orange team gotta suffer? The Mets suffer.
Yo, why do y'all do that to James Dolan?
Nah, my nigga, like, yo, Jimmy, let me talk to you, my nigga. Like, what are we doing right now? What we looking like? And he's just like, oh, it's looking like a promising season. I'm like, it's been looking like a promising season for years, my nigga. Like,
oh my fucking God.
Every year been promising.
It can't be, hey, yo, Jimmy, come here. Yo, he's like, do I know you? No, I know you. Yo, what the fuck?
Yo,
Cease, what the fuck?
He gave me like a good 15 words though. Like he literally, cause you know, Madison Square. Well, James Dolan owns
MSG.
Like,
the actual,
yeah.
Oh, he owns Tao too.
He owns. They own a majority stake in Tagu.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Oh,
yeah. So
no wonder he's over
that's
there.
why he was there. That's his restaurant.
Oh,
you know?
shit.
So that Marquee, Lavo, PhD, Magic Hour.
Oh, that nigga own everything.
Marquee.
Oh, he don't got time to worry about Julius Randle.
See why he don't care about the Knicks.
But hold up. This goes back to what I'm saying. You know, like at the end of the day, right? Carmelo was doing what he could do within his frame that he was given, right?
I don't think he gets the credit, bro.
No.
So the thing is, like, look, you know, if you didn't want to have your hands so much in the thing and just let people go and do what they do, right, and build it, then the Knicks they would have. Come on, man.
That's my beef.
Even the team losing. That shit is always sold out.
Always.
We have the most expensive.
That's the problem.
Hold up.
Honestly, that's the problem.
Hold on. We have the most expensive floor seats. Look, if you want to go to the nosebleeds with your binoculars, that shit's $220. You know
now
what I
that
mean?
shit's now that shit's up, and they do it well when they do.
Now you just go to FanDuel and watch it over there. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you got a jumbotron right in front of you, my nigga. You get a $6 beer, you be all right. You know what I mean? Like,
nah, but for real, that's the problem with the Knicks. Good or bad, that shit gonna sell out.
Yeah.
Why James Dolan care? I can pull out the worst roster, and I've done it.
You know what? Because they play on Thursday, Saturday. Bon Jovi's in there.
No,
it's
fuck
just
Bon
like,
Jovi. The Knicks gang got more fans than Bon Jovi do.
Every night. Now they winning though.
We've had like, look, even in the draft, we've made
terrible decisions.
Terrible picks with our first, when we had our drafts. Look,
was that nigga Anthony from
we missed out on Shai Alexander.
No, you missed out on Tyrese Halliburton. And I told you about it.
Wait,
because
I remember that draft.
The Knicks could have drafted him,
and he went to
and
fucking
they fucking
Kings.
picked who did he pick? They went
Who was the one we picked over?
I think Sims maybe. They picked somebody. No,
the light skin ball. Was it the dude y'all just traded to the Pistons?
Quigley?
Not quick.
Nah, Quigley's
remember he was young. He was young as hell. Light skin like a forward. 3'4".
I gotta look into who it was.
Knox.
Oh, that's who it was.
And you was like, they chose Knox.
And I said, yo, the niggas slipping. Why they not picking him? They need a point guard. I was like, they need a point guard. Why they not taking a point guard?
Horrible, bro. No, there was so many. I remember I saw, it was a I guess because, you know, the phones listen to you because of the microphones.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Listen all the time.
So my phone reminds me of why I shouldn't be a Knicks fan all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just be like, oh, by the way, in 1997, y'all niggas fucked up. And I'm like, oh, shit, I didn't know we fucked up this bad. You know what I mean?
Looking back
and then these motherfuckers hit you with then there's a slideshow. So, you know, you gotta look through the whole tragedy.
This day in 97.
Yeah. Just from 97 to 2008, nigga, they give you everything. Like, fuck.
All right.
Yeah, we fucked up a lot of picks.
Big Jew, you the last and Celtic fan. Who gotta go?
Well, you know what? We go stop, but we going to say the truth. I'm going to say off strength, Brunson. And it's only because, look.
A Celtic fan would say that, man. Because he's going to be a problem for you.
I understood. Y'all got to get out the first round.
That's what I'm talking about. He should have not even went.
You want to hold that in.
He should have not even went.
Julius Randle is going to shoot y'all to shit. But we'll get there. Because my thing is, I like him, but it's so many other facets around him. Because it's like he's obviously the spark plug of that offense.
Nah, he is the best. He's 1A.
Yo, bro, they created
the
an offense around him, bro. I mean, they all went to college together.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the second round because I know John Starks was dunking on Pippen.
Get the fuck out of here.
I know John Starks was dunking on Pippen.
DiVincenzo and Josh Hart.
And it just sucks. It sucks that they gave Melo a 38-year-old J Kid and this fucking 42-year-old nigga that made chocolate from Spain. Who was it? Pargiani?
Nah, Calderon? Was it
No.
Oh, Prigioni.
Yeah. They like, and I'm tired of like I was a Melo fan.
That was crazy. He's supposed to be making pizzas, man.
And they like, yeah.
We should have had him here next door at VB3.
They making fucking Nutella pizza. Like they shit on Melo. It's like, yo, what did he, like you said, with the
I forgot about Prigioni,
Yo, so hold on. Let me ask you a question, yo. Let me ask you a quick question. So,
I like this.
Paul Pierce goes and does a layup and destroys your whole fucking chances of winning a series.
Which layup? Because we took that year, but I mean,
no, I'm talking about the Patrick Ewing layup.
Oh,
he does some shit like that. You not gonna tell me that he gotta go?
Here's the thing, though. He at least went to the chip.
And then he got dunked on by Pippen.
Yo, nah, it didn't get better
and he
for
got
him
shoved. You got dunked on and then shoved into the photographer lane. You gotta go, my man.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing.
You gotta go.
You the OG at the table. But in those OG eras, you saw the highlight of the Knicks era. We can't talk about nobody. It's crazy. Starbury wasn't up here eating Vaseline. We can't bring that into. He wasn't one of the three. So when we say that, it's hard for me to be like, damn, cause you in. But yo, you gotta dunk that shit. You gotta dunk it. But it's like I can't get Brunson. I can't take Hewan out because I'm not taking Melo out. Melo held shit down. So it's really between Hewan and Brunson.
But you can't take Brunson now because, yo, Brunson's doing,
Brunson
the Knicks look amazing.
Best point guard they've had.
And you got to think about it. Look, Knicks is part of a team Brunson is part of a team right now that has so much growth.
They could take the East.
They could take the East. Yo, look, no, real shit. They could take the East next year if they want to.
No, they can take this.
We got that many pieces. That we can do that.
I don't know about y'all coach. I don't know about Missoula. I don't know.
What's his name? Just Cavallo.
I don't know about Missoula.
You know what? Are we relying on Julius Randle not to be a supervillain?
Well, yes, because Jalen Brunson's there now. That's why I think Jalen Brunson matters. Because before Brunson, you had no choice but to let Julius Randle be a supervillain and let that man take 25 shots.
For some reason,
but Jalen Brunson says, "Yo, chill out."
He'll go 3 for 19, and
I respect it. I hate to watch it. I respect it.
I like it.
I respect a lot of things I don't like to watch.
But it's like, yo, bro, this not your shot. Jalen got 40 points. And he'll shoot a fadeaway. It's contested, but it'd be like, yo, my nigga.
But him and Jalen are the same type of dude, though. In the sense of Jalen be like, this nigga done took 16 shots. That's cool. I'm gonna take my 18. And that's why I think they work. I think if you're the type, I think if you're the type second guy or a guy with Julius Randle, you gotta hold your nuts. Because if you're expecting Julius Randle to pass you the ball, good fucking luck.
He's not passing.
You gotta hold your nuts. Say, hey, I'm about to go get this bucket. And I think that's why he respects him. I think he looked and said, "Oh shit, that
because
he can get a
Brunson's
fucking
really
bucket.
Gonna get that bucket.
He can get a bucket." But hey, man, let's get some claps going. That was a great one.
Yeah.
First going in the new year. Listen, this has been an amazing episode. C's, we can't thank you enough for your time today.
Thank you,
it was greatly appreciated, man.
I'm gonna share with your viewers, man. Like, you know, if you guys are, you know, great spirit, you know, business, influential individuals, man. You guys are striving to be great every day, man. You want to be around great people.
Appreciate you.
You appreciate great people, then great people, I'm sorry. Then, you know, you're welcome to come and visit the space. You know, we're gonna have a form on the website that's like, you know, for one night only, they can come in here. And I'll drop one last thing here to share, like, exclusively on your podcast. Like, this is basically like an interview process, man. It's like a Uber Lyft business model. So
that's dope.
You know, when we go, if we were to go to the Garden, you know, all four of us right now to go watch the Garden, we're probably leaving back. So it's like 3 of us. We go to the Garden.
Oh shit! C's hold the train. Shit. Shit moving on.
Take the path, my nigga. Get that same time, baby. Get that same time.
Nah, cause he gonna be there talking shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm trying to watch this game. I'm the one that's gonna talk shit about my Knicks. Nobody else.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm the only brother with a bird jersey.
Yeah, for real. And we not even paying the Celtics, you know what I'm saying? But anyhow, you know, like if we go and take let's say the four of us go to a nice dinner or something like that, you know what I mean? We go to a spa, go to a casino, whatever, man, you know, like we want to treat ourselves good, so we don't want to drive, we want to be responsible, you know, we want to eat good, drink good, you know, so what do? We get ourselves like an Uber black truck, something like that, you know what I mean? I'm talking about if you want to
have a good night.
Have a good night.
Right.
You chilling with that crew that you with, some fly shit, you know, people you want to talk about how well you're doing in business and so on and so forth, man. So you know you're not gonna go and get into like some little hoopty or something like that. You know, you're gonna go and get yourself a nice truck. You know what I mean? You're gonna treat yourself.
Right.
Right. And then so when you go in and you get out of that vehicle, what's the first thing that happens? Whoever booked that reservation, you know, hey, how was your experience? Good conversation? Was the vehicle clean? Was the driver friendly? You know? So you get to review immediately this man's vessel, this man's work, his ethic, you know, his integrity. Immediately you get to rate him.
Right.
You know? And this man's just trying to feed his family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a great fucking point.
So, you know, this place right here, this is our Uber black truck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that what people tend to forget, or some people don't know, is that as soon as you get out of that truck, he gets the rating. Well, how was he as a passenger?
Yeah.
Because guess what? Uber and Lyft, they don't own those vessels.
Nope.
You know what I mean? So it's us that put everything on the line when it comes to like getting that truck.
Right.
You know what I mean? Getting the insurance and, you know, like
to uplift that brand.
Yeah, man. So you gotta protect that, man.
For the next person.
Yeah. So you know, like,
I
you know,
like that mindset.
if you have like, you got this beautiful truck, all that, you could rub your hand under my ball right now. You know what I'm saying? There's not one piece of gum under there, man. You know what I mean? We don't do that.
That's fucking, you know, because niggas is nasty. So
like, no, you could,
thank God.
Like, I have places you go under the thing.
Yeah, it's nasty.
It's gum everywhere, man. You know what I mean?
No, but you feel that energy, just like me removing the gum. Like I didn't even want the bitch on the table.
Yeah.
Word.
No, but it's like,
but and you again, you don't think about it.
Feel it.
It's again you don't even think about it. You just look and go, I don't want to be the one.
So yeah,
it's not a gum spot, nigga. It's not a library, nigga.
Right. So that's the thing, right? The idea is like, you know, listen, man, you know, we want people to come in here and treat this like that kind of vessel. Treat it with respect, treat it with love. We'll treat you with respect and love. Mm-hmm. We don't care if you spent $300. We don't care if you spent $5,000. You know, the people that spent $300, they were vibing, having a great time. They were friendly to the rest of the Wolves, man, to my family. You know, they were courteous of the other members that were in the building. You know, they didn't invade their privacy, take pictures of them and videos of them, because you're not allowed to do that in here.
Yeah,
you can't approach any celebrity in here. You can't ask them for an autograph. You can't ask for a picture. You do that, you get banned immediately. Right. You know, if you pillow talk in here about things you're not supposed to be talking about, you get banned. You know, if you start any kind of stupid rumor about somebody, banned. We're not doing that here. There's no time for that. We're not time for none of that shit. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, what's gonna happen is it's always gonna be filled with great, real people that you know you're gonna get the most out of. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, what you have in here is always 5-star passengers. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we want, you know, for the community. We want to give back to the community, you know, and back to what he was saying, like, you know, like paying something forward, right?
Yeah.
You know, like, that's what I wanted to give back to my community, man. So instead of doing a club, you know what I mean, and me meeting a whole bunch of young 21, 22-year-olds and be friends with them and create clubs only. Man. Like now I could go back to the people that used to rock with me back in 98, in 2001, 2002, you know, because it's a restaurant.
Right.
You know what I mean? They could be 60 years old, 55 years old, but they're not your average 60, 55-year-old. They're the real fly 55-year-old. They're moving and they shaking, you know what I mean? So that's what this place is. You know what I mean?
It feels like luxury brand relationships. You done put your feet to the pavement. You done put the work in.
Yeah.
So now this is because sometimes people feel a certain way when you talk about your accolades, your accomplishment, because they so used to you talk or hearing about your losses. You've already expressed the losses that come with that are the losses you are willing to accept before you feel that one win. This is the space for those winners to be like,
right,
we did it.
Yeah.
Just for that night. Because the same motherfucker who paid $300 is around the same motherfucker who paid $5,000. But it's act accordingly. We even for this night because we're winners.
Let's get some claps going, man. Thank you, man. Let's get some claps going. C's again. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you so much, man. You know, like, and I'm very grateful that you guys wanted to take the time to meet us and talk.
Thank you.
And come visit our space, man. You know, we've been working hard, man, and so, you know, this again is you know, another step forward, man. You know, having this opportunity, man.
So for people listening, watching, where can they, or what's the social media links so they can find the place?
So anybody that wants to come visit, man, you know, like, basically this is what it is, right? You guys are members officially, right?
I appreciate
so, you know,
man.
this is how the membership works too. As members, official members of the spot, you know, if you want to bring some, let's say you got your man Will, that they want to get a table, right? If you know that they good people, they like us, all you have to do is say, hey, C's, yo, my member number is 0157. I want a table for my man Will and his lady. It's like a party of 6, man. They good people, man. All right, cool. Yeah, Saturday, 8 p.m. for, you know, February 27th, whatever the date is, right? Say no more, done. That's it. They don't have to go through a screening process. They don't got, because somebody is accountable for them.
Right.
So that's another ingredient of this place. Everybody is accountable for somebody.
Like that.
So if anybody fucks up, the shit's gonna trickle down to somebody.
Right.
Somebody has to answer.
Everybody holds
Somebody got to
accountable.
answer to that. You know what I'm saying? So when you come in here, you're in your house. Respect your house.
Right.
You know? So that's why the coat
That's
check,
dope.
you hang your own coat. We have 2 girls in the front, 2 beautiful girls, Katie and Nina. They're in the front. They handle the point. You know, they could easily hang the coats. We could easily charge $3-4 a coat. We don't want none of that, man. Hang your own coat. You know,
Right.
we'll help you with it if you want, but you could grab it on your way out.
Right.
You know, because it's kind of like when you go over an auntie's house or something like that, you know, and they use one room for all the coats.
Right.
you know,
Put it on the bed and shit.
yeah, you know, ain't nobody going in there fucking looking through people's pockets and shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Put it on the bed.
Let me see what Uncle Will got over here in this trench coat. Ain't nobody doing that.
Ain't nobody
Right.
doing that.
Yeah, nobody doing that because it's a family. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this place is, man. You know, you come in here, and like I said, you're gonna have an experience, man. We do things different, man. We do things with love here, man. You know,
Let's go, man.
the team that I have here is essential to this place.
Right.
They are the epitome of greatness.
Right.
You know what I mean? They've been. I've seen them literally. My GM mentioned this, man. Like, you know, we mentioned this. She mentioned this during our holiday dinner, man. Like, you know, we literally went through the worst times and the best times, all of us together during this whole journey.
You guys got a bond.
Yeah, we have a bond that's like we're unbreakable. You know that we have a.
That's dope,
So
man.
you can't just get that anywhere. You know what I mean? And when you come in here, you feel it. You know you're safe. You know, so that's the difference.
Yo, man. Again, C's, thank you so much. We get
appreciate
claps
y'all, man.
one more time,
Thank
man.
you very
That's
much.
Please, thank you, fam. Police,
Yo, man. Thank you for our fucking first episode of the new year.
2024.
Hey,
we
man.
appreciate you,
You
Sean.
know what time it is. Shout out
Solid.
to one last time to get some claps. Hey, man. You know the vibes.
This
Big
gonna
Jew.
be a great year. Yo, no free game.